Hello, this is Brian, and this is how to use EBSCOhost for research at IIT. What EBSCOhost is a database that IIT subscribes to, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands of articles on it. And what makes EBSCOhost superior to going to a book for information is EBSCOhost has articles, and it's much easier to find information quickly out of an article rather than digging through a 300, 400 page book. And the terms for this presentation, I have to say, are as is, use at your own risk, and the author, me, is not responsible for incidental or consequential damages. So let's go take a look at EBSCOhost. Again, EBSCOhost is just one of the many databases that IIT subscribes to, and it's the one that I'm most familiar with. And the way you get to it is you first go to Quick Access, go to All Tools. You'll see there's a lot of information here in All Tools. Let's scroll on down. If my laptop will let me. Here we go, Library Resources. Click on that. We're going to go to Databases. Fortunately, EBSCOhost is the second of the databases that are out there, making it very easy to find. You want to click on Academic Search Complete to go find an article. So we'll go quickly find an article. And I want to warn you, this article is not APA. And we will be using APA in this class. There we go. So let's look for project management. That's our subject. You put the subject over here, select subject, and leadership. Now, even though it's not an APA article, you can still go ahead and use it, but you will have to use APA formatting to do what I call the in-text referencing, as well as the references at the bottom of your paper. And we're looking for articles that have what they call the full text. And see over here where it says peer reviewed. Peer reviewed is where like a body of people, like a committee, actually looks at an article when the author tries to publish it. The peer review committee looks at it and says, "Is this scholarly enough?" If it's not scholarly enough, they send it back to the author for further review. And this could bounce back and forth between the committee and the author for a year and a half or so, or even longer. And I don't require peer reviewed because so we're not looking for a scholarly paper. Rather, we're just looking for a paper to help understand leadership and project management. I strongly recommend for your publication date all times so that you get as many as possible. Oh, and by the way, if you accidentally click peer reviewed, you're not going to get as many articles. So again, don't do that. Publication, I don't care which publication you use. Publication type, again, there's no requirement on that. Now there is a requirement on language since I only speak English. Let's go down here and select English as the language for the article that we're after. And now let's hit search. And again, this is just an example of how to use EBSCOhost. When you actually do your leader, you will actually be typing in your leader's name in the search bar, and maybe leadership or something else in the other search areas. But we're going to click on this one here because this looks really good for project management. And we're going to look at the PDF. Again, this will not be an APA article. It's a different kind of style. But you can still use a non-APA as long as you use APA style to do the in-text referencing, as well as the referencing at the bottom of your term paper. So what I strongly recommend, the first thing you do when you come to an article is look at the abstract and see if you understand it. If you don't understand the abstract, just go to a different article. And the reason I say that is there's some very scholarly articles out there that are highly statistically based. And let's face it, this is not a statistics class either. It's a project management class. Now, if you happen to bump into a peer-reviewed article, which this one just happens to be, again, you're not required to use peer-reviewed articles, you'll notice we have the abstract at the top. And what's really, really cool is peer-reviewed articles typically have a conclusion at the bottom. Here we go, conclusions and discussions. So those are excellent places, the abstract as well as the conclusion and discussion, to pick off great information for your term paper, as well as if you want to dig into the body of the article, definitely do so, because you can actually learn a whole lot by doing that. So what we've done is we've discussed what EBSCOhost is. It's a database of articles with thousands of articles. I've shown you how to use the IIT portal to get into EBSCOhost, and I've showed you how to use the searching to get into EBSCOhost. And again, the reason we would want to use EBSCOhost on our term paper is because it's a whole lot easier to get information for a term paper from an article, because articles tend to be short and packed with information as opposed to a book which might be 300 or 400 pages just to get one or two references. So thank you very much, everybody, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.